He's not scared. Let's jump in. My name's Chance.
Chance or Jane?
Chance. Do you want me anywhere? Pick a cone.
And then I'm going to come around and give everybody a different halter and rope.
I need a waiver here.
Mind holding this? There you go.
More control on that. Okay.
Do we have more sign-in sheets?
Yes, there's some here.
Oh, it's over there.
So I'm going to give you a little more control with your little guy here. This is a Pasifino, I assume. Hi. I can tell by you move, huh? Okay.
Fill at the bottom too.
Okay. Wait. We need to do something with you, okay? We're going to just try something. Hi. So you know what? I don't trust you completely. So wait. No. Okay.
Just gonna start. Introduce by.
I know. You can tell me all about it. That was nice of you to talk to me about that. So when something upsets this guy, have you ever noticed that he does that with his lip? So, like, I just kind of shocked him with something that I did. And he just communicated that upset him. And how he did that was he took his top lip and just, like, waved side to side. Yep. So when he did it in the air, it was his way of telling me that what I had just done upset him and he didn't understand it. When they do it on your hand, sometimes it's just they're feeling you, especially if you're a handheld treat, little guy.
All right. Thank you.
Yep, that's anxiety. Well, it depends. From what I can tell already, I'm going to say yes, it's anxiety, but it depends on how fast. Yep, then that's definitely anxiety. So let's see if we can't today help him a little bit with his confidence. Yep. I'm going to hang your halter. Maybe I'll hang it over there. Okay, so hang on to him. I got to get a halter for everybody. Okay. It's going to be a horse. Okay. Okay, thank you. I see that.
Such a good boy.
Hi, Chance. We're going to change head here. What do you think? I have another draft on it that ends up meeting. You got that big cheek on you. Yep. Step in real quick. Hi. Move for a second, huh? Okay, I'll show you. So, the right way to tie a rope halter is you tie it back to this loop and not back to the crown piece. So, because it can loosen back up if you tie it to the crown piece. So what I do is I kind of scissor the crown piece, use my thumb to hold it in place, and then come down under my hand and tie it back to the loop there. No, it's a very secure knot. Okay, so I'll take your halter. Yep, I'll go ahead and. Well, this is gonna fit you, buddy, because this is made for my Clydesdale Teddy. Teddy's got big boots, so his name's Teddy Big Boots. Hi, Monty. How are you? This one's gonna fit you back like they last one. Yep, so you hand it to yourself underneath the horse, and then you have it like a neck rope. And that keeps you secure. You go in through here, as tight as you want it. I scissor it with my fingers here, use my thumb to hold it in place. Yeah, and then you can take the extra piece and just tuck it down over there. Okay, I'm going to take yours. Yeah. And I'm probably going to have to go on the other side of that jump. Yep. Okay, another horse size. Aladdin, I remember you. Good. Sneeze over here and get a hold of. Okay, so we're going to go in through here, scissor that, hold it. Now you have your setting, and then you're just going to come back and tie around where you came through. And then you tuck the extra piece under here, you can tie it in another knot. Look at you all outfitted. Somebody else, that's rude. Okay, so unfortunately, you're not going to have the same leverage with the lighter rope. Can I change them into one? So hang on for a second. It's pretty though. You can wear it if you want to keep it on underneath, but you won't have the same leverage. Or we can just use the lead rope if you want. We can leave it pretty. You had that one tied, right? Oh. So you never tie it back to the crown piece. You always want to tie it back to this loop here, which seems like you would want the bigger space, but it's actually. So what I do is I just cut it with my fingers, hold it with my thumb, and come back under. Yep. I will. Hi, Santa. Hi. Yeah, we did it wrong. So see how you have it tied back up to this piece here? That'll make it so it can loosen. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to tie it back to this piece. So what I do is I use like scissors with my fingers, hold it with my thumb, I have my adjustment that I want, it's not going anywhere, and then I come back under. Yep, and then it's like, that's what it'll look like when you're done, and then you just, okay, hi, how are you? How are you? Hi. Okay, so I'm going to get the anxious one busy first. What we're going to do is I'm going to use 2 cones, and I'm going to give everybody their own cone to practice on. But what we're going to do and hope to do by the end is be able to stand right here and figure 8 our horses by command without moving our feet. Okay, so I'm going to teach everybody the elements to that. I'm going to show your horse how to do it, and maybe I'll have Jasmine come in and hold your horse for you, and I might even do a little simulation with you, me pretending to be your horse. Okay? This way we can see that sometimes we feel like we're doing something, and we find out that we're not, and I can give you verbal feedback where your horse can't. So, I'm going to get a little nervous guy here busy, and I'm going to show everybody kind of what we're going to try to do with our own cone. So I'm going to just take them from you to help you out a little bit. Come here, cuteness. You are okay. I know, I'm going to give you something to think about. I bet you're super smart. Come here. So you can come with me, though. Okay. Sorry. Ooh, you're okay. You're okay. Do you know all of them? You're okay. So, what I need to teach him is I need to teach him how to back up. I'm going to ask him to back up. He doesn't know it, but we're going to see what we can get out of it. I'm going to teach him to follow that feel, and as soon as he leans backwards, I'm going to let him know he did the right thing. I'm going to ask him to back up again. As soon as he leans backwards, I'm going to let him know he did the right thing. I'm going to ask him to back up again. I'm going to ask him to back up again. This time, because I have a feeling that he can do things really sharp, instead of being really obnoxious with the rope here, I'm just going to say, hey, how about you back up? And then I'm going to tell him what a great job he did. So in a minute, he's going to not want to take his eyes off of me. Good job. Good job. So that's the first element that we're going to need them to understand. What we guys have the cones for is to practice seeing if you can get your horse to back past the cone. And the other reason you have the cone is because you're going to have your horse learn to go to the left and to the right, because that's also an element of this particular exercise. So I'm going to tell him, since Sonny's standing there, I'm going to tell him to go that way. It seems logical to tell your horse to go that way, but actually to a horse it's not. So I'm going to actually point back to my truck, and it's a suggestion. And then I'm going to put my focus on his shoulder. I'm going to wait. He's thinking it all through. He's very happy to do this. He just is wondering, what am I supposed to do? Good. And then I'm going to tell him he did a good job. This is a very unconfident horse, so he needs you to tell him what a great job he's doing. He's also a little bit of a bully. Because did you see how from that nice reward he got, he said, oh yeah, and he got a little stallion-like with me. So he's got kind of a complex conversation with me. So I'm going to remind him that I'm the boss. That's all a question. He's asking me a question. I'm going to say, how about I tell you to go that way? And how about you follow your nose? So now his nose is the wrong way. I'm going to wait. The only time that I'm going to do anything else is I might bump his nose if he gets the wrong answer. Or if he stays too long thinking the wrong answer. So I might say, hey, talking to you. How about talking to you? How about, yeah. Now I'm going to wait for his nose to turn that way, and his neck to turn that way, and then his feet should follow. I'm not going to change anything. I'm just going to let him figure out how to move away from this pressure. So I'm going to allow that rope to get a little bit longer. I'm going to tap him on the shoulder. I'm going to ask him to step away from this feel. Me not doing that is exactly what he needs. He needs me to say, how about you do that? And there's a reward for it. how about you do that? And I will reward you for doing it by not bothering you anymore. So, he stalled out, he stopped thinking, now he's thinking again. Good job. So, now I'm going to tell him what a good job he did because of his lack of confidence. So that is actually threatening, but he doesn't know how to back it up. So now the licking and chewing is his way of telling me that something made sense. Doesn't necessarily mean that he totally registered what I'm doing, but it means that something made sense. So now I'm going to go ahead and tell him again. I'm going to bump his nose maybe to say, hey, we are talking about this. Yep. I'm going to bump his nose and say, hey, we are talking about this. And I'm going to let him think it through now. He's ready to think it through. Yes. So I use a lot of yeps and nopes to kind of help them do the hot or colder game. Nope. Nope. Yep. Yep. I'm going to give him a little incentive to go away from that. Say, wait, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. And then quickly tell him which way I do want him to go. You right? Yep. Yep. You got it. Good. There you go. Good boy. Good boy. You're okay. You're okay. The reason I didn't, though, did you see how he approached me? Little, I think you should be doing this for me. So I'm not going to do something for him when he comes to me that way. If he had come to me head on, ears forward, I would have been happy to. He came at me with his neck and his ears were not in a polite position. I'm going to go ahead and back him up and give him a chance to ask me politely for some recognition. Back, back, yep, back, yep. Now if he puts both ears on me, I'm going to reach out and touch him. Good. So now he needs to understand how to go the other way. Horses do not go, boy, there you go. Horses don't learn out of each eye at the same time. You have to teach them out of each eye as if they never learned it. It's like, this is one horse and that's another horse. So I'm going to now tell him to go that way, which he's going to be likely to want to do because his buddies, in his mind, his buddies are over there. So this is evasion, so I'm going to put a little energy out here. Then I'm just going to tell him to turn his nose. I'm going to tell him to turn his neck. Good job. If he asks me a question, I'm going to come over and approach him. If he starts pawing, it's going to be his way of telling me that this is really intense for me. So I'm going to tell him, turn your nose, turn your neck, and now follow your feet. Follow your nose. Good job. You are okay. You are okay. You are okay. Yes. That's much more polite. You're not sure you want to do it yet, though? That's okay. It's okay. You're okay. Good boy. So I'm going to ask him to back up. Because now, the next element that I need him to understand, back away from me, back away from me. You're okay. A backup true is straight. Good. So all the other types of backups that he was doing did not get rewarded because it wasn't straight. So now I'm going to also do the next thing, which is called a draw. Anytime you back up, which a lot of people do with their horses and don't realize why their horse followed them. If you back up, horses follow you. It's natural. I can tell him that's far enough. I can tell him to back up again. He needs to understand how to back away from me, how to come to me, and when it is enough. He asked a question, I'm going to go ahead and reward him anyway, though he turned his head. So, if I ask you to step out of the way of that particular space, I'm going to go ahead and see if we can't have a conversation. I'm going to tell him to follow his nose. I'm going to tell him to put his tail away. I'm going to tell him to back up. I'm going to tell him to go that way. I'm going to tell him to come to me. Tell him that's far enough. And tell him to follow his nose that way. You're okay. Wait, wait, wait. Yep. Follow your nose. Invite him back to me. Tell him that's far enough. Tell Tell him to follow his nose. Good boy. Yes, you are looking at it. You are looking. I'd love to see him lick and chew. There we go. I'm going to give him back to you. Play on that cone. I'm just going to get the elements of it all for everybody, and then we'll work with each person to help. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you go back over to the cone, and then when I come back with you, I'm going to have you show me what you've gotten started, and then I might have Jasmine hold him for me so I can help you see where maybe the language isn't clear enough to him. Yep? Okay. Who's next? Okay. Oh, goodness. Oh, that's right, he got hurt at the hunt, right? Okay. So, we've done the backup with him before. How does he do it for you?
I think sometimes my body language is not there.
Okay, so what your body language needs to say is, I will burn a hole in your chest with my eyes, which are torches. You want him to believe that he better get out of that heat. So it has to be a much less, there, okay, stop. Okay, so we're going to give him the best deal. So the best deal is going to be just suggesting he move. If he doesn't respond to that, then we're going to give him a little bit more energy. If he doesn't respond to that, yep. But see how he's already thinking about it. See the energy, the message is already right here in his chest. Watch his chest. Go ahead and ask him again and watch how it gets there. See? Now, just keep doing. Don't quit him now. Don't quit him now. Don't worry about him not focusing on you. Yep. It's almost in his knee. It's almost in his knee. Now it's in his knee. Good. Okay, ask him again. First, gentle. It's just a suggestion at first. Yep. He's going to lean back. Yep. Good boy. Stop. Good. So we want to do one step at a time because we don't expect to learn our ABCs and then be able to read a book. So we want to make sure that we can do this one step at a time for him. So go ahead and do one more step. Yep. He's thinking about it. Go ahead. Yep. And quit. Good. Well, he's asking you a question, so go tell him he's done a good job. Good. Now see how his ears went sideways when you first approached him? Because he wasn't sure if he was in trouble or if he was going to be rewarded. Because it seems like a very dominant, aggressive behavior. Okay. So now, I can just move the cone. See if you can ask him to go left or right. And this time, what I'm going to have you do is, because I'm sure he knows how to lunge, we're not going to do it like we're lunging. We're going to ask him only to step in the direction you want him to step. We're not going to ask him to leave. So do not give him any kind of go cue. Okay, perfect. I'm glad that happened. Because what I want to show you is, remember how I said it seems logical to turn your hand to the direction we would like them to go? Step back for a second. Take the rope. Now, put your hand there. The way you did it just now. Nope, the way you did it just now. There you go. Where am I coming? Right? So we want him to believe 100% told, look back there. Okay? And once his nose goes that way, his neck can follow. Right there. And now ask him to follow. And leave him alone. Good job. What a smart boy. That was nice that he knew he didn't have to leave. Good. Okay, we're going to do the other direction. Same thing. Yep. And quit. Don't worry if he leaves. He should be allowed to believe he can leave. He didn't know what the command was. Good job. Okay. So, let's see. You're okay. Let's see if you can ask him to back up. And don't worry about the cones yet. Ask him to back up. And if we can get a couple... So what you're going to do is you're going to back a step, until you get past that cone. And if it seems like it's a lot for him, then we'll move the cone. I don't want to make this hard for him. Yep, back a step and pause. Back a step. And pause. Back a step. And pause. Back a step. It's okay, I'll move the cone if he needs us to. Okay, good job, buddy. Okay, ask him to, good boy. Ask him to back another step so he can straighten himself out. I love when horses do that. That's so much effort. When a horse is willing to stay with their legs crossed because they don't have any other instructions, that's awesome. Okay, now point back to the camera and ask him to go around that cone. This time, give him a go cue and allow him to drift that line away from you. Don't hold him tight. You're going to stay away from him. Good. It's a suggest there. Good boy. And then give him a go cue. Good. Now, it's okay. Don't pull him back. Good boy. Good boy. It's okay. So, that's perfect. No, it's perfect. It's perfect. Okay. So now, I want you to back up, allow that rope to drift through your hand. Don't bring him with you. Back up and see if he comes with you. Give him a very good, give him a very inviting look. This is a very friendly, like, come here, little puppy. So go ahead and back up. Good. And now stand up. Good. That's to tell him that's far enough. If he came closer to you than you'd like, which I would say he's like a half a step more than I would have wanted, I would have stood up and said that's enough and given him a little wiggle to say that's far enough. And stop. Good. Good boy. Okay. So, I'm going to have you attempt to do this, unless you want me to do it with him. You okay? You want to breathe? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to stand right here. We're going to back him through the cones. We're going to send him left or right. We're going to tell him to come to us. We're going to say that's far enough. Okay, yeah?
Not sure.
That's okay. So let me just, since I wasn't the one talking to him, I just want to talk to him real quick. Okay, I need you to lift up a little bit. There you go. Yeah, good job. Okay. Go that way, please. Yep. Good job. Good job. Good. Okay. You go that way? Yep. Good job. You're okay. Yeah. Come with me. That's far enough. Okay. Okay, so. Good. So I'm going to tell his tail to go away. Tell him to come over here real quick. Tell his tail to go that way. Good. Tell him to back up now. Making it fair for him, not making him start too far away. Because he's so close to this cone, and I think he's pretty smart, I'm going to tell him to go around that cone. Yep, you're right. Follow your don't change your mind. There you go. Invite him to me. Tell him that's far enough. If you listen to the far enough, you're okay. Follow your nose now. So, his far enough wasn't good. So that's far enough. That's far enough. Good. Now listen. Nope. Yes. Okay. So that happens a lot, so we don't get discouraged by that. That was a matter of him. He looked for his nose, and then he changed his path. So it was my fault for not finishing directing his nose. So I'm going to have to give a better conversation with him about his nose. He needs his nose. That's far enough. He needs his nose to be facing back towards that gate and to stay facing that way. Good job. Far enough. Good job. Do you want to try it, or do you want to practice by yourself for a little while? Okay. So we'll be fair to him and send him through, have him turn his tail away, and then keep his front feet kind of by the cones so that way you can incorporate the back up. And then make sure that it's really important that we ask them to back up to where it's fair. So if we ask them to back up right here and then told him to go left or right, he's likely to step on the cone. So we have to be fair and have him back far enough away so he can clear the cone. Then he's going to go around the cone, and after his flank gets to the cone, you're going to invite him back to you. Then you're going to tell him that's far enough. When he's far enough away from you, you can still accurately give him new direction. So we're going to send him through. We just send him through, and then we'll turn him around, and then we'll start it with him backing one step once he's in there. Send him through, and then ask him to turn around. So send his tail away. Okay, so that's actually something that I didn't show you. Okay, so send his tail away is a hind yield, and it's done where it's like you've got water in your ear, and you kind of tip his nose slightly towards you. So you're going to tip his nose slightly towards you and ask him to yield his tail away. So change hands, and then step out over to about where I am in front of me. Look at his tail as if you got water in your ear. Bump his nose a little bit towards your belly button. Yep, and now, there. Good. Except for he came forward, that's okay, because you're kind of wanting to pull him around. But, yeah, that's not something that needed to make sense. No, you didn't need to. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to send him through there, and as he comes through here, you're going to bump his nose back towards you, and then look at his tail, and his tail should go away from you. Now bump his nose back towards you and look at his tail. There you go. Change hands. Nope. Keep your back to me. It's okay. Keep your back to me. Keep your back to me. Turn around. Change hands. Send him through again. Good. Ask him to come back around towards you. Good. Back up a little bit. Give him some space. You back up. Yep. And now tell him, by changing hands, tell his nose where you want his nose to go. Invite him a little bit closer to you, and now tell his nose to go through there. It's okay. It's okay. Good. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go have you play with a cone about getting him to go out and around a cone, and using, what I want you to do is I want to take your power away in the sense that I want you to turn down your energy. Okay, because he's actually quite responsive. So if you just suggest, and like I've started telling people, it's like having a gun on your side. And you're just like, that's it. I got it if I need it. So you want to just tell him, hold it out here with the rope that's hanging out of your hand, and suggest that you have something to support your request. But don't automatically be like, I said go, because that's kind of not fair. Okay. Okay. All right, Sonny. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. So, let's see what your backup looks like with him. Bring him over here a little bit so we're kind of out of everybody's way. Okay. So go ahead and ask him to back up for you. Good. Now stop. Stop. Good. Ask him to back up one more. So we're gonna. So two things just happened there. Oop, oop, oop. Yep, that's one. And the other is you're very loud at first. Remember we had this conversation. We're gonna be quieter first. So, nope, that's even still too loud. Yeah, there you go. That's your suggestion. Now turn the volume up on the rope. Turn the volume up, and if that doesn't work, then see now it's already. See how his chest just flexed? That's his way of saying, I've got the message to at least there. Go ahead and, yep, see how his chest is flexing? Yep. So, now, good, stop. So now, one of the problems that tends to happen is you stop to adjust yourself. Anytime you stop after you've told the horse to do something, even if it's to do something like that, you've told them he did the right thing by releasing. So when you stop, what you just taught him is not responding with an answer. So we want to make sure that when we tell him to back up, we're going to keep telling him until we get the backup step that we're looking for. Yep, nice and gentle first. Yep, now, yep, and stop. Good. See how easy that was? Go do it one more. Don't worry about him not paying attention. Yep. Keep going. Good, and stop. Good. So, another thing that happens is sometimes like our horses look away from us. If you're the lead horse, have you ever seen how herds work? If If you're the lead horse, he's never going to have an eye off of you. He's going to stay focused on you, even if he's looking the other way. So we do not need to stop what we're doing to say, hey, look at me. Just keep doing what you told him to do, and if he's not paying attention, it's going to be to his default. Because if I was the lead horse and he was not paying attention to me, that might be when I'm going to get a good bite in. That might be when I'm going to get a good kick in. So I'll teach him from that point forward that he does not need to take his eyes off me. So go ahead and ask him to step back one step. Good, and quit. Good. Now, I'm going to have you go up and give him a little love, and then we're going to move on. Good. Okay. So now we're going to tell him to go left or right. So your energy was, before you truly told him what to do, you had a lot of energy already happening. Okay, so first we're going to tell him what to do, then we're going to show him our support, and then we're going to use our support. Okay, yep, and then stay steady. Don't do anything different. Good job, good boy. He did what you told him to do. What happened was when I told you we're going to tell him to go left or right, you got over on the other side of him. So we're going to do it from in front of him. Okay? So, yes. Now you got real loud already. So you want to make it more of a, they're going to just put it out to your hand at first, and then you're going to take the volume up. Yep, now you can, yep. Okay, he's just kind of trying to figure it all out. He's thinking about having, yep. Oh boy, you're right. Go ahead. Good boy. Yes, that was right. So did you see how I knew he was thinking about it? His lean, even though he didn't give much effort, his lean got more and more in the direction. So that's when you want to just hold steady and not turn the volume up, because you got to let them think. And sometimes you turn the volume up. You ever driving down the road and you're trying to find a house number and you find that you turn your radio off? Okay, it's kind of the same thing. If we turn the volume up right when they're thinking, when they're concentrating, we ruin it for them. So go ahead and ask him to take a step towards me again. Up, stay standing straight in front of him. Yep. First show him your support and then offer your support. Yep. So tell me when you think he's thinking about it. Nope. So what I would say is his window's closed. He's almost making it a game. So go ahead and bump, like put a little energy on that snap for a second, just to give him a little bump to say, hey, I'm talking to you. Now, keep telling him what to do. Keep telling, yep, so now you went straight back to the real loud. We want to make sure that we give him the best deal. Yep, and then, yep, there. Now he's thinking about it. Give him a tiny bump, but don't change the other effort. Yep. Oh. There we go. Yep, you're right. Yep. Don't quit him now. Now would be the worst time to quit. Oh. Give him a little bump with the rope. Yep, and then don't quit with, yep. Yep, he's thinking about it now. Okay, yep, and stop. And that was hard for him. That was a good boy. Okay, so let me explain it to him a little more clearly, and then back. Thank you. So see how my energy's way over here? I'm going to bump him to say, don't zone out. Yep. You're right. Don't zone out. Yep. So I'm going to step in only because I don't have enough rope to. Yep. Yep. You're right. Good. Yep. Yep. Good. So I'm going to give him a break for a second. I'm going to let him lick and chew on that. Keep going. Don't quit now. You're not going to roll. Tell his tail to go away. Tell his tail to go away a little bit more. Good. Again, I'm going to tell his nose to go that way. Yep. You got it. Oh, why'd you quit? Why'd you quit? Don't second guess yourself, love. You have it. Yep, try it again. Yep, yep, you're right. You're right. Go. You got it. Follow. Good. You did good. You did good. Yeah, you did. Uh-huh. Okay, back. 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 Yep, you got it now. Yep, don't second guess yourself. There you go. That's right. That was right. So he's a little unconfident about whether or not he should follow through with what he thinks. Because he's pretty sure what I want. He thinks about it, he starts to attempt it, and then he second guesses himself. So he's not thinking about anything right now. He's looking over there, watching that other horse. So I'm just going to say, hey, yeah, you should be thinking about me. There you go. You're right. Good job. Okay, so I'm going to tell him to go the other way now. So the other way is new. And say, how about you go that way now? Sometimes one way is easier than the other. And say, hey, focus on me a little bit. Yep. 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 Follow through. Follow through. Nope. I'm going to tell him to go to help him. Yep. Yep. Come on, you got this. Yep. Come on, follow it. Yep, you got it. There you go. You have it. Come on, don't give up. Come on. Hey, wake up. I'm even going to help him a little bit here. Good. Okay, back, back, back. Just did this. You got it. Yep. Follow it. Yep. Good job. Okay. Yep. But since it's so hard for him, I can't be that particular. So I'm going to go ahead and show him what I want him to do. No, you don't blast through energy. No. Here. 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 Good. Now, follow your nose. Follow your nose. Yep. 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 No. Follow your nose. Yep. Go. Good job. It's okay. Here. Yep. Good. Far enough. Follow your nose. Follow your nose. Honey. Follow your nose. Good job. Here. Follow your nose. Good job. Turn his tail. Good. So, do you want to give that a try, or you want to play on the comb? Okay. So he's very unconfident, but not unconfident like this fellow here. He's unconfident. He's unconfident and he's shut down. So that's why he stays completely like zoned out, or he goes to try and then he quits. But he actually gets the right thought and then he quits. So you want to make sure that we're going to try to stay less loud and give him time to think through it, and then encourage him when he does start to think. Because what's happening is he's thinking, he's pretty sure he knows he's right, but it's like he's afraid to do it wrong, so he's just shutting down. I know. Okay. Give him some kind of go cue so he knows what to do with his feet.